Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, my dear heroes, students of grade 4. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue talking about potential and kinetic energies. We started in the last session and we said that there are many energies everywhere around us. In the class, at the home, in the street, everywhere, we can see a lot forms of energies. Like what energy in the class? Who can tell me what energy in the class? Yes? Electric. What else, Adam? Yes? Chemical. Light. Kinetic. Yes? Heat. Yes? Sound. Very good. Yes? Light. Excellent. Very good. So we have many forms of energy in the class, at the street, at the house, and so on. Yes? What? Kinetic energy. Very good. Okay. So we have light energy, we have chemical energy in our food, we have light energy in the lamps and in the TV and the data show. We have electric energy that we can charge the laptop and we charge the mobile phone, and the electric energy helps the data show to work. And we have also sound energy. When we are talking, this is the sound energy. And also we have heat energy or thermal energy. When you rub your hands, you feel hot. This is heat energy. Okay? Okay. But now we are going to talk about the forms of potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy and kinetic energy. We have to know that potential energy is a stored energy, stored in an object. The potential energy is a stored energy, stored in an object. Like you rise up, when you rise up on the stairs, you gain potential energy. When you rise up on the chair, you gain potential energy. When you rise up on a tree, you gain potential energy. This potential energy, when you rise up, this is called gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. Yani due to gravity. Due to what? Gravity. When you rise up, away from the ground. What pull you down when you jump? What pull you down? Gravity. The potential energy changes into kinetic energy. So the potential energy you have when you are in a high place, the potential energy that you have when you are in a high place is called gravitational potential energy, because it is due to gravity. It is due to gravity. And also, the battery has chemical energy. Yes? The chemical energy is stored energy. The battery stores chemical energy. Yes? It is a stored energy called chemical. You can say it is also a potential chemical energy. The battery have potential energy in the form of stored chemical energy. So the chemical energy is considered as stored potential energy. The chemical is also stored. Any stored energy is called potential. Any stored energy, you can call it a potential. So the energy stored in the battery is a stored chemical energy, or a stored potential energy in the form of chemical energy. We can consider the chemical energy as a potential energy. Yes? Chemical energy, yes, very good. In English, I understand what you say. I understand that the food contains energy, which is chemical energy, stored chemical energy in the food. The battery, different from the battery, yes. But it is stored or not? Is it stored or not? Stored, so you can say it is a potential energy. Yeah, of course. Type. Another potential energy. Do you know the spring? You know the spring like this? Do you know the spring like this? The spring, you know? The spring. Do you know the spring? The spring like this. Okay. You know the spring? Susta. The spring. The spring. Do you know this? You can press on it and you can leave it. You can press on it and you can leave it. عليكم السلام. في طالب عيان قال So when you press on the spring, when you press by your finger on the spring, you give it kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy changes into potential energy inside the spring, and when you leave it again, it jumps. Yes, it jumps. So the potential, the stored potential, changes again into a kinetic energy. Yes, the spring سوسته. عارف اللعبه اليويو زي الاستيك؟ عارف الرابر براند، الرابر باند؟ the spring. Yes, this one, like this one. You know this one? Did you see it before? Some toys have this spring. Some toys, when you press on it and leave it, it jumps. Yeah. And sofa also, sponge, when you press on it and you leave, it jumps. Yes? Okay. So it is stored, what? When you press on it, you store potential energy. Okay. This is a kind of potential. And now we want to talk about kinetic energy. Kinetic energy different from potential energy. Why? Because kinetic energy is a movement of something. What is the meaning of kinetic energy? Movement of something. Something is moving, it has a kinetic energy. Something is moving, it has a kinetic energy. When you ride a car, the car motion is kinetic energy. The car motion is what? Kinetic energy. When you ride a car, the car motion is what? Kinetic energy. Yeah? Sound, light waves. You know, sound move in the air and the light move in the air. You know, sound and light are moving, but in a wave. In what? A wave. You know the meaning of wave? Like this. Wave like this. Sound move in a wave like this. You know the wave? Like this. It's moving like a wave. The sound and the light. The light is moving in another way. The light is moving like this wave. You know this wave? This is a light, and this is a sound. Sound and light are moving in a wave. Is it a potential or kinetic? Kinetic. Sound and light are kinetic energy. This is a wave of light. This is the light. And this is the wave of light. And this is the wave of sound. This is the light wave. This is a light, and this is a sound wave. Okay? This one is a sound, and this one for the light. They are different, but they both are moving. They both are moving in a wave. So they are moving. They are kinetic. No go anywhere. No one go now. Yes. Yeah. Type movement of electricity. the movement of electricity in the wire. You know the wire, there is electricity moving inside it. What move in the wire? Electricity is moving in a wire. It is also, electricity is also kinetic energy, because electricity move in a wire. Electricity is moving in a wire like this. Look, this is a wire, okay? This is a wire, okay? This is a wire, okay? I will draw now it again. I will draw now like a wire, okay? Just focus with me. This is like a wire, okay? What inside the wire? What inside the wire, which is moving? We'll see now what inside the wire. What is moving inside the wire? There is something moving inside the wire. What is it? They are electric charges. They are what? Electric charges are moving. Electric charges are moving in the wire. They are the electric charges moving in the wire, or you call it electrons. They are moving in the wire. They are moving in this wire, electrons. The electrons or the electricity is moving. This is the way of movement of electricity in a wire. So is it when the electrons move in a wire, it is kinetic or potential energy? Kinetic energy. Very good. Yes? Yeah. Yeah. These particles of the dust particles. But I have something for you. Look at me. If you have here a beaker of water, if you have a beaker of what? Of water, okay? Beaker filled with water like this. Beaker filled with water, okay? Yeah. Like a cup, okay? And now you are going to heat it. You are going to heat it on a flame. You have a flame and you are going to heat the water, boil the water, okay? This is a flame and you are going to boil the water, okay? The boil become hot, and does the water moves or not? Did you see water boils? It is moving? Yeah. The particles inside the water are moving or not? Yeah. The particles of water are moving. Particles are moving. Particles of water are moving. Yes? Yeah. When you boil the water, you can see, when you boil the water, you can see the water molecules are moving and vibrating like this. Yes, until they become a vapor. Until they become a vapor. Yes? This movement of the hot body, the heat energy, it is a heat energy. So the movement of molecules here is potential or kinetic. The vibration of molecule, kinetic. So when you heat something, and the molecules vibrate, this is also kinetic energy called thermal energy. So the thermal energy is also kinetic energy. Very good. Okay. 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 So we have also another form of a kinetic energy, which is thermal energy. So ya shabab, this means that the sound, then the electricity and thermal energy are all type of what? Types of what energy? Kinetic energy. They are type of kinetic energy. Very good. They are types of kinetic energy. But the potential, gravitational potential, and the chemical also is potential. Yeah. Energy transferred easily from one form to another. For example, a child at the top of playground slide has potential energy. You come to the slide, you know the game, slide game. Go to the top and slide down. You go to the top and slide down. This is a potential energy changes into what? Kinetic. The potential energy changes into kinetic energy. And the car has potential energy when it's parked on the ramp. The car rises up on the ramp, it has potential energy. And also when it moves down, the potential energy changes into a kinetic energy when it moves down the ramp. Okay? So there is changes between potential energy and kinetic energy. Examples of potential energy. Who can tell me examples of potential energy now? What's your name? Fadl ya Muhammad. And gravitational energy. Chemical and gravitational, they are potential energy. And what examples of kinetic energy? Electrical, light, and sound. Very good. Now are you excellent? You can solve this homework. Write HW here. Write HW here. It will be homework. Yes. Write HW here. Yes, Adam. The light of the sun. The light of the sun is called solar energy. Okay. For example, let's read the first question only. Who can read? Malik. Malik, read. Question number 1. A roller coaster gains potential energy in the car as it drags them up the first hill. Yes. What? Continue, Omar Abu Ali. Continue. Yeah, create. What energy is created? What form of potential energy is created when the roller coaster move up? When the roller coaster move up, what kind of potential energy is created? No, what kind of potential? What kind of potential? Gravitational potential. Very good. So number 1 will be gravitational potential energy. Number 1 will be what? Gravitational potential energy. Okay. Gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. Okay. This is easy. Okay. This when the roller coaster move up the hill. Gravitational potential energy. Okay. Right. Question number 2. When the roller coaster goes down the hill, what form of energy is the potential energy converted into? The potential change into what? When it moves down. Yes? Yeah, kinetic energy. Very good. This is kinetic energy. Very good, ya shabab. You are excellent. Okay, I will leave it for you homework, okay? Okay, now let's move to another part of the lesson. We have here types of energy. Types of energy. Gravitational potential. Gravitational potential. Gravitational potential energy. Okay? Types of energy, examples of potential energy and the kinetic energy. We have studied examples of potential and the kinetic energies. Okay? And they can be transformed from one form to another. Let's try to know how potential energy changes into other form of energy. Energy in all around us and constantly changing and transforming from one form to another. Energy can also be transferred when you kick a ball. When you kick a ball, what energy you gave it? What energy you give when you kick a ball? What energy you give it? Yeah, very good. Kinetic energy. And the ball gains kinetic energy so it can move. The ball gains what? The ball gains what? The ball gains what? Kinetic energy so it can move. Type. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. This is a rule. Energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. You cannot destroy the energy and you can create the energy, but you can only you can change it from one form to another. This is a rule, a basic rule of energy. You can change an energy to another form of energy. You can change the energy to another form, but you cannot create it from nothing. Okay, all forms of energy, either potential or kinetic. Potential energy is energy waiting to happen. Waiting to happen. The potential is waiting. Stored energy. It is waiting. Okay. This is also called stored energy. The potential is what? Stored energy. Energy can be stored in many different forms. Kinetic energy is an energy in motion. Kinetic energy, energy in what? In motion. But stored energy is a potential energy. Energy stored, it is potential. Energy moved, it is kinetic. Kinetic energy is a moving energy. Potential energy is a stored energy. Okay, very good. Have you ever used flashlight that require the battery? You have a flashlight before? The chemical energy in the battery change into what? Yes? Very good. When you turn it, come here, show your friends. Come here, show your friends. Show your friends. Now they have a torchlight, flashlight. The potential energy stored in the battery, which is chemical energy, change into kinetic energy, which is a light. The light is a kinetic energy, but the chemical is a stored potential energy. Okay, the chemical change into kinetic. The potential or the chemical energy change into light, which is a kinetic energy, a moving energy. When the flashlight is turned on, the potential energy transferred into radiant or light, radiant or light energy, and thermal energy. The light maybe become hot, the lamp become hot. It is a thermal energy. The chemical energy stored in natural gas into thermal energy when you cook your food in the home, in the kitchen. When you cook the food, what is the source of energy? When you cook the food, what is the source of energy? The heat energy comes from where? Come from the gas, natural gas, you know? Natural gas is a stored chemical energy. You need to burn it to get thermal energy. You need to burn it to get what? Thermal energy. Okay. Food is also stored chemical energy. Food is also stored what? Food is stored what? Chemical energy. Your digestive system, we have studied the digestive system. Yeah, the digestive system break down the food and get the energy from the chemical energy stored in the food. If you ever use a spring-powered car, did you use before a spring-powered car? Did you see a spring-powered car before? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. I'll show you what is meant by spring-powered car. A spring-powered car, a car like this, and it has a spring. It has a spring like this. It has a spring like this, and you rotate the spring. Rotate the spring, then you leave it. The car moves. You know this? This is a spring-powered car. You rotate the spring, and you leave it. The car moves. So the spring. Or sometimes you have a rope. Yes, you pull it and you leave it. It run away. Yes, very good. Yeah, the spring wire store kinetic energy. The spring wire store kinetic energy. When you let it go, the spring wire transform into kinetic energy. So you have to change this potential into potential. This one, change it into potential. This one, change it into potential. Stored potential energy. The wire store potential energy. And when you leave it, it changes into kinetic energy. Okay? The car moves. A real car transforms chemical energy into mechanical energy. The real car or the bus, what is the source of energy in the car? What is the source of energy in the car? In what? In the fuel. Chemical energy in what? In the fuel or gasoline. Yeah. First it changes into mechanical energy. So the car can move. And the mechanical energy can change into electric, and the electric can change into sound, heat, light. Yes. I will tell you now. The engine in the car burn the fuel. The engine in the car burn the fuel. Okay. The fuel is a chemical energy. The fuel is what? Chemical energy. Then when you burn it in the engine, the car engine, it changes into thermal energy. Changes into thermal energy. And then changes into mechanical energy. Changes into mechanical energy. And then the mechanical changes into electric. There is a dynamo in the car. There is what? A dynamo in the car. Take the mechanical energy and change it into electric. Then the electric can change to any form, light, sound, heat, and so on. Again, the chemical in the fuel. Remember, in the car, what in the car? To tell how the car get energy, from where the car get energy. Number one, ya Omar, it get energy, chemical energy in the fuel. When the fuel burn in the engine burn the fuel and change it into thermal energy. The thermal energy changes into mechanical energy. The mechanical energy in the dynamo of the car has a dynamo, changes into electric energy. The electric energy can be changed into any type of energy, like light, like if you light the lamps of the car, like sound, if you play the cassette of the car, like thermal, if you make the air conditioner of the car. So the electric changes into other forms of energy. But the beginning was what? Fuel, which has what energy? Chemical. Very good. You are excellent. Now, the next page will be the last homework. The next page will be the last homework, ya shabab. Page what? 178. Just 1 minute. We talk about the car engine. Here. Again, I will help you in this homework again. This what page? This page is what page? 176. Yeah, I will tell you again. Remember with me. You can write with me. If you want to write with me. Okay? The chemical in the fuel in the beginning. Chemical in the fuel, which is a potential. Which is what? A potential. We say that the chemical is a potential. The chemical is a potential. The internal combustion engine change the potential energy in the gasoline into what energy? What does the internal combustion of gasoline in the internal parts of the engine change the gasoline into what? When you burn the gasoline, it changes into what? What energy? What energy? When you burn the gasoline? Thermal energy. Very good. Thermal energy, then it changes into mechanical. Thermal, then change into mechanical. So you write thermal, then a mechanical. This is question number 1. This is question A number 1. Question number 2. Who can read question number 2? Thermal energy. Thermal. Okay. How does this compare to your body when you eat food? Yes. Yeah. Chemical in the food change into also thermal. When you eat the food, the same. It is the same. It is the same in your body like the car. The car burns the gasoline to get thermal energy and kinetic energy. Yes. And also you burn the food, your body burn the food to get what? To get thermal energy to warm your body and to get mechanical and the kinetic energy to move. Yes? This is the same in your body. The same in your body. The same in your body. Okay? We didn't finish. Just wait 1 minute. Just wait 1 minute. Just wait 1 minute. Into thermal energy. Chemical in the food change into thermal. Into chemical in the food change into thermal. Chemical in your body. The food contain chemical energy. Change into thermal energy. And we will stop here, Shabab. Thank you, everybody. Till we meet again. Thank you and goodbye.